Not all tropes are received well, especially those that tend to be overused to the point that audiences are sick of them. However, just because a trope is overused does not mean that it has to be avoided. In fact, sometimes tropes are so closely connected to the genre they are a part of that actively trying to avoid them comes across as awkward, as you have to come up with complex explanations for genre conventions instead of leaning into what the audience knows. So when a trope is implemented in a story but the author is sorry about it, they will often do what is called lampshading, as in to hang a lampshade on something. This practice has had many names through the ages, ranging from hanging a clock, or hanging a lantern, or hanging a red flag on something to take the curse off of it. It's not new either. Authors from Shakespeare have mentioned that their plot developments seem like fiction to Dante Alighieri, insisting that his Inferno truly happened. The idea is that if the author points out how absurd their own story is, then audiences will be more likely to accept some of the more absurd developments that happen. And yes, audiences are typically willing to suspend their sense of disbelief for some time, from the reader of a detective series wondering how people close to the protagonist keep dying, to the fantasy reader accepting an institution of magic. So long as this lampshade hanging turns out to be for a greater purpose, then the author's claim that it's worth putting up with them taking the easy way out of a plot hole really does get validated.